What's going on, you guys? It's Perry the Entertainer back again for another video. This video is going to be a hashtag spoilers episode for it would be August 15th, 2014, I believe. Yes, I'm coming at you guys very early. It is Wednesday morning. As you guys can see, it's almost 1:30 in the morning. I can't sleep to save my freaking life. So I figured, hey, why not give you guys a hashtag spoilers episode? Kind of give you guys some new content to look forward to. I hope you guys enjoyed the Raw Google Hangout from last night. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys want to partake in another one next week with me, feel free to let me know. I will definitely do my best to make sure that everyone has a chance to, get to talk with your boy and get to talk with the nation. So let's dive right into these spoilers, shall we? SmackDown kicks off with The Miz calling Roman Reigns out for Miz TV. They were hyping this up on Monday night. Roman Reigns going on Miz TV. Reigns gets a pretty big reaction. Miz keeps interrupting Reigns, so Reigns decks him with a shot to the mouth, hitting him in the moneymaker. Roman Reigns cuts a promo on beating Randy Orton at Summerslam and gets a big pop. Hopefully it's one better than the one we saw on Monday about what do you get when a snake, when its fangs get knocked down their teeth or knocked down their throat, a worm or something like that. I was gonna say a belt, but it's animal cruelty. Don't get peed on me. It's 1:30 in the morning. God forbid that I'm up right now. All right, but I'm trying to bring as much enthusiasm as I possibly can. No, it looks like they're gonna be setting up the Miz versus Roman Reigns for the main event slot here on the Go Home episode of Friday Night SmackDown. It looks like Cena. It looks like I mean I like SmackDown not kind of putting a whole not really forcing John Cena or Brock Lesnar to come on and hype up their match on SmackDown. I think SmackDown, at least right now, is where all the secondary feuds like the Roman Reigns and Randy Ortons and the Bray Wyatt Jerichos and the Miz Dolph Ziggler's. I think that's where those should go to kind of build up their own, just kind of build themselves up for the pay-per-view itself, because a lot of these matches are actually looking really good. Jericho and Bray Wyatt is looking pretty nice. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, if we get anything from what we saw a couple weeks ago, that's going to be a great match. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns and Randy Orton does not look like to be one of those matches. I don't know. Maybe if it's because, I don't know. I'm just not interested in the match. I mean, maybe it's because Randy Orton is not the best in the ring anymore, or maybe that's Roman Reigns' fault. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not as interested in this match as I should be. And maybe it should have been Roman Reigns and Triple H. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, I think I'd have to have someone else actually in here to debate that topic with me, because I think that'd be pretty fun. So, yeah, Dean Ambrose defeated Cesaro in a good back and forth match. Seth Rollins came out after the match and cut a promo on Dean Ambrose. I heard a lot of people crapping on the lumberjack stipulation, saying how, it kind of robs us of a real quality match between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. And I can agree. I feel that this match didn't really need a stipulation to make it even better. I mean, the Lumberjacks is not the Lumberjack match, or as the Lumberjacks are not gonna. You're gonna see the same spot where one guy's gonna get thrown out of the ring, and Lumberjacks are gonna go to throw him in, and it's like, don't touch me, and it ends up being one big brawl to throw him back in the ring or something. So I get it that you don't want Seth Rollins to run away, but at the same time, it changes every week with Seth Rollins. Sometimes he wants to run away from Dean Ambrose. Other times he wants to kick Dean Ambrose's ass. So it would make more sense if Seth Rollins was the heel that would run away from the competition, and then that would be the reason why set up the Lumberjacks. My question to you guys is, where do you guys see both of these guys going out of this feud? I personally believe that Dean Ambrose is being built up to be the next competition for Bray Wyatt and kind of set up maybe Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose over the next few months, maybe to, build up something for WrestleMania possibly. And then Seth Rollins, I have a feeling he's just going to be another member in the authority for Roman Reigns to kind of take care of. And before he gets to Triple H, of course. I mean, of course, you're going to have that inevitable Reigns Rollins feud because I'm sure they're going to try and throw some continuity fastball at us saying, oh, yeah, Rollins, you hit me with a steel chair, and that's why we're not brothers anymore. And then you see Reigns and Rollins kind of fight, maybe at TLC or something. The last kind of straw to settle, to kind of let Roman Reigns aboard the SS success, you know, and then win the Rumble and all that stuff. So, but Ambrose and Cesaro, they look like they're working pretty well in the ring together. I don't know what the hell WWE's trying to do with Cesaro. I heard a lot of people saying that you shouldn't have taken Cesaro off of Zeb Coulter. In fact, you probably should have took Swagger off of Coulter. Because, Swagger can handle himself in the ring. The same thing with Cesaro. But the only thing with Cesaro, well, is the fact that he needs a mouthpiece. He needs to talk well. Because he brought this, he can't. His lack of mic skills is the reason why I don't think he's a top tier talent yet, at least. Or at least why he's not a main eventer yet. Is because of his lack of, or lack thereof, mic skills. I think that's the reason why he's not being pushed as well as, you, me, or the next guy actually think he should be. So, all in all, I mean, do I recommend this match? Probably. If you guys want to see the next chapter, I guess the next little paragraph left in the build up between Rollins and Ambrose for SummerSlam. What do you guys think about the match? Do you guys think it should have been a lumberjack match? Do you guys like a stipulation being on the match, or do you feel that we are being robbed of a real Rollins Ambrose match? Do you think it should have been for the Money in the Bank briefcase? What do you guys think about that? Let's move on. Reigns versus The Miz is announced for later, just like I said. Dolph Ziggler beats Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil, a local jobber. Dolph Ziggler, keep him looking strong going into his match with The Miz for the IC title at SummerSlam. And I was talking with a friend of mine about that. It amazes me how I just remembered that Sheamus was the United States champion. Because WWE has done next to nothing to build up the United States championship picture. And I remember people, they were so happy when Ambrose got the title taken off him, and especially when it's put on such a big face like Sheamus, and the title's actually going to be used and it's going to be defended every week and all that stuff, like it wasn't with Dean Ambrose. And I think Sheamus hasn't really defended it since Payback, and that was 2 months ago. And yeah, it was a good match with Cesaro, but Sheamus has done next to nothing to build that title picture. And you have really good mid-carders in the division right now. You got guys like Sin Cara, you got guys like Bo Dallas, Cesaro, Ziggler. Who else am I missing? I'm missing a couple. I know I am. Kofi, Big E, all sorts of guys that if you want to include Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in the conversation, be my guest. But you're depriving the stars that get little to no TV time of a opportunity that can rise them up to stardom by keeping the belt on Sheamus and doing absolutely nothing with it. But that's another story for another day. I can definitely make a good probably 7 to 10 minute video on that, but we don't have a whole lot of time here, so let's go on. Mark Henry defeated Luke Harper by disqualification when Eric Rowan interfered. Kane comes out and makes a tag team match. So he's taking over Teddy Long. Okay. All right. I guess I can see that. Henry and the Big Show defeated Rowan and Harper in a good tag team match. They got a pop after the win. It looks like they're trying to build Mark Henry and Big Show up as a dominant tag team, and I think they tried doing that like last year before I believe it was Mark Henry that got injured before they got to take on Rollins and Reigns for the tag team championships at Night of Champions last year. They were looking really dominant, and you build up two big guys kind of in a tag team. you get that Big Show Kane effect from 2006 and then 2011 as well. You get that big man feel, and it's just, I think that's what WWE needs right now is, yeah, sure, it does seem kind of random to kind of throw two big guys in there and kind of, mix things up a little bit with two big guys, and it makes sense. Or no, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense kind of throwing them together. But since WWE is such in a they're in a tough state when it comes to the tag team division. It's understandable to just kind of throw people together and see how they click, and then it looks like Henry and Big Show are going to be groomed to be taking a possibly tag team championship spot here. They just beat the old number one contenders Rowan and Harper in a tag team match, and yeah, we'll see where this goes. What do you guys think about Henry and the Big Show being possible number one contenders for the Usos tag team championships? Eva Marie defeated AJ by countout when AJ chased after Paige, who was taunting her. Paige ends up beating AJ down in the ring and skipping away. More pointless build up to the Paige AJ Lee match, and I say pointless because I, among with 99.999899898 of the IWC, do not like the frenemy storyline. Now, I know I was a fan of the actual heel turn that happened, I think, 2 weeks ago on Raw. It allows Paige to kind of make her own identity rather than, just being, oh, I'm your friend, but at the same time, I want my Divas title back. No, it actually kind of adds another branch to the Paige tree, and it kind of opens up opportunities. And I think I made this same claim for Bray Wyatt on Raw. It opens up many doors that you can go with the Paige character. Does she, after this feud, does she continue going down the road of being the jealous biatch? Or do you bring back the anti-diva, take over the Divas division, and then, rise back up to stardom, maybe face Paige at like the Rumble or something, or face AJ at the Rumble or something? Because the Divas division right now does need something to spark it up, and I think I've been saying it for a while. I think that's why you have to have Brie and Nikki, and I know they're not going to deliver very well in the ring, and I understand that, but you need that personal spark in the Divas division right now, and I think that the only two Divas that can do that right now, because if Paige and AJ are going down the road they're going right now, it's not going to be them. It's going to have to be the two actual family members. One screws one over, possibly Nikki turning heel on Brie at SummerSlam. But what do you guys think about Eva Marie getting another cheap win over AJ Lee? Stuff is going wrong when A, Eva Marie is winning a match, B, she hasn't botched, and C, she's beating the Divas champion on TV. Not a good sight there for AJ there. So what do you guys think about that? Jack Swagger squashed Bo Dallas. Lana and Rusev came out after the match to huge heat and USA chants. Bo complained that he didn't really tap out. I mean, I thought WWE was pretty faithful. I thought they were pretty confident in the Bo Dallas character. It looked like they were going to take this, possibly past the mid-card, and they can make a main event star out of Bo Dallas. And, that's funny to, it's ha-ha funny, now, but back when he was debuting, there were a lot of people actually hating on him, and then they started learning to grow on the Bo Leave stuff and everything, and now he's being squashed by Jack Swagger to promote the flag match at SummerSlam with Rusev. Like I said last night, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a way for Swagger to get the win over Rusev, make him look strong, and of course, you already made Rusev look strong at Battleground with the countout victory. You let Swagger get the win here without Rusev being pinned or submitted. You keep that undefeated streak going until he fights Cena, then that's when his career goes to shit. But that's when Swagger needs a win, and at least he needs a win to cement himself into the babyface role that WWE is trying to portray him to be. Because here's the thing, I don't know where Swagger goes after the Rusev feud, because I can see Rusev going multitude of ways after the Swagger feud. He can go into a feud with Sheamus for the U.S. title. It would be understandable for him to want to get a United States championship, you know, kind of bring it home to Mother Russia or something like that. Do something with that. Maybe he wants the IC title. Maybe instead of, being the hero of the Russian Federation, he wants to be a hero of the world or something. Does he go into the feud with John Cena? Do you pull the trigger and you try and make Rusev a main eventer or something? You go do that. Rusev I think has a good he's got a fork in the road. He can kind of go either way, but you go down one of those paths and you guys know exactly which one I'm talking about, and your career is over. So I suggest go after one of the mid-card championships and try and cement yourself, kind of like Umaga did back in 2006 and 2007. As for Jack Swagger, I don't know where you go after the flag match or after the Rusev feud in general. Do you go into a feud with Cesaro? Do you guys try and even attempt to build Cesaro's character back up? Do you guys turn Swagger back into a heel? I don't know. What do you guys think Swagger's going to do after the Rusev feud, and who do you guys see coming out of SummerSlam the victor in the United States versus Russia? The Cold War strikes again at SummerSlam. What do you guys think? Roman Reigns defeats The Miz in a decent main event. The Miz tries to bail on the match, but Dolph Ziggler ran in and threw him back in the ring. Reigns celebrated to end SmackDown. I like the fact that the IC title feud is main eventing SmackDown, and like I said, it completely proves my point earlier on when I said that, I feel that this SmackDown should more so be focused on pushing the other feuds going in. Like, you already get Brie and Steph is pretty much finalized, although not a whole lot of people are liking it after this whole physical therapy angle. John Cena, Brock Lesnar, that's already cemented in there. Of course, Roman Reigns and Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Chris Jericho, AJ Lee, Paige, Jack Swagger, Rusev. A lot of these feuds still need that last step going into SummerSlam, and I think that's what you guys actually got with SmackDown this week. Do I recommend you watch it? If you want to be filled in for what's going to happen, or not if you want to be filled in with the build is basically what I'm saying. Basically, if you want that last step of build up, I suggest watching SmackDown this week. From what it looks like a pretty average show. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the live spoilers for this week's SmackDown for I almost said October. Shit. August 15th, 2014. I'm going to get to bed. Let me know what you guys thought about the spoiler. Let me know what you guys thought. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment. Do all that stuff. I love you, nation. Thank you guys for letting me be me. And until next time, Perry the Entertainer signing out. I did the click too early. Peace.